Honorable Mkhwebane.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, Ms. Kwinana.
Morning.
I'm good. I have only 5 minutes between me and you responding, so we will be short. Saula, I'll still go back there because that's your reference point. You dealt or you mentioned the issue of the gender-based violence. You're matching women abuse. In your definition, does it only include violence and killing?
No.
What about emotional abuse?
Emotional abuse, psychological abuse, financial abuse.
Yes. What have you done as Saula to deal with all the women in the legal profession, because that's where you are, who are being abused emotionally and otherwise by the media in South Africa?
Yeah.
Have you issued any statement condemning that?
We actually did.
Which example?
We did recently when there was a talk with regard to the appointment of Advocate Kollega Gqelega and the fact what was said at Parliament.
That was the only time.
We actually did.
I'm saying that was the only time. Before then?
Before then.
Because as a commissioner, I think what you were doing at Saula, you should continue to do, irrespective of who is involved or what the media is saying about that particular person.
No, before then, there must have been any other issue that we might have dealt with. Maybe because I was not really responsible for the media statements, I might have missed it. But we have been. If you look
That's
at
why I'm saying maybe other examples, but yeah, maybe let's pass. I don't remember seeing them. I saw other women being abused financially, or even Parliament exposing their financial records, but nothing was done by Saula in that particular aspect. So the other issue is your issue of dealing with the abuse of state resources, where you'd find that the issue of Hamas crime.
Yeah.
As Saula, did you issue any statement, or were you very vocal about that, or any pro bono work which you did to make sure that you hold the department or responsible?
In fact, what we did as members of Saula, we provided water in those communities, because remember there was a scarcity of water. We brought some sanitation towels. We brought the sanitizers as well. In us trying to assist.
I'll just budge in, but not in that way, which is good. But then in your field, because you are women lawyers.
Yes.
Yes, and that's the responsibility of government, and they are funded to do that. They are not doing their work. What I'm saying is, for you to do pro bono work, for you to even, if you are not taking it to court, take it to the public protector or to the Human Rights Commission. Yes. So that's the kind of intervention I'm just asking. Did you do that?
No, we haven't done it, but in fact, what our president has decided to do is to form committees which will look at us being able to take on matters pro bono. You must understand, as Saula, we very much compromised. We depend on our own resources. Okay. So we are all in private practice, yes, most of us.
You don't need resources. I think it's for the benefit of those who are in Saula and even yourself. You don't need resources to lodge a complaint with the public protector. You don't need resources to lodge a complaint with the Gender Commission. I'm just saying that's what you can take forward. Yeah, or even you don't need resources to lodge a complaint with the Human Rights Commission.
But Mkhwebane, you must not forget this. Members of Saula, it's a voluntary organization, firstly. These are women that are in private practice, right? That steal from their own time. And as women, you know how marginalized we are. We are not getting work. briefing patterns are still a problem. We don't have work like our male counterparts.
Let's move.
So no, it's important for me to mention this to you.
No. Let's move.
It's important.
I understand.
You understand where I'm coming from.
No, I understand.
So we are able to do that which we can do.
Sorry, let us not have...
No, I understand.
It's important for you to understand, because you are talking from a premise where you would have had resources, but here we are. We don't have funds. I will use my own car to go to Hammanskraal. I don't stay in Hammanskraal.
You don't need money to lodge a complaint with the public protector.
But I must get the information from the ground, isn't it? I must go and engage the members of the community.
No, you can even call them. So you don't even have the resources to call them, or you don't have, Hammanskraal. Call the communities or get the information. So,
much.
That's that.
The 5 minutes is up. Yes. Now you started at 10:15.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, Chairperson, I needed your protection. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you very much. After all, Honorable Mkhwebane.
Thank you, Chairperson. Good morning, Mr. Nissen.
Tobela.
Oh, Lochan.
Ralina.
Lochan, yes, you speak a lot about a lot which you are doing. And I see in your CV, you say you have strong, excellent management skills, strong leadership skills, excellent strategic planner. So they've said it, the honorable members, about the failure of the Human Rights Commission to meet your targets. And with those expertise, how are you not making sure that, you are 7 years almost now, but you haven't met, the commission hasn't met the annual commissioner specific targets. I don't know whether you have met yours, because you know the issue of planning, annual performance plan, strategic planning. You can't plan to fail.
Thank you, Chairperson, Honorable Mkhwebane. I remember the time that the two of us spent at Masiphumelele. And you know how we have resolved and continues not yet resolved, because the city of Cape Town has not come to the party. And that's where we failed. I am one individual within the commission, so I can influence the commission. And if the commission, because we are 7 other commissioners, so with all my skills, I can only influence, I can only advocate, I can only be there, and so on. But if the collective decide otherwise, then I can't throw out my toys, because I'm part of a collective. But I do know that the reflection of our last annual report must be seen against all the other annual reports that we've had there. All the others, because the others doesn't speak to the last one. And so we can't just take one annual report and make a thing. But if you look at our track record...
I'm just checking the past 7 years. Did you meet your targets?
Indeed. Maybe we failed 1 or 2 personally. I have always put in my targets. I would always say, these are the APPs, but please look beyond the APPs. This is what I'm doing. And that is not recorded. It's unfortunate that it's not recorded, Chairperson, because I have done, personally, and I say personally, I'm sorry, I apologize. I've done it on behalf of the Commission. Wherever I've gone, it's on behalf of the Commission.
Okay. On the question of your complaints process.
Yes, ma'am.
In terms of this, the one where you can lodge a complaint, walk in, online, and everything. Are you participating, or are you monitoring that? Is it gazetted? I understand it's gazetted. Are you complying to that as the Commission?
Chairperson, thank you, Honorable Mkhwebane. This is the problem that we have. That's why I'm referring always to complaint handling procedure and where we are as the Commission. Because if the complaints handling procedure in our organization has been developed by human beings. And it's like 3 times the Bible that you need to go through. Whereas human rights violations don't depend on that. So you come and you complain there, and commissioners are not supposed to get involved in the complaints handling procedure. You have to refer the complaints to the relevant office, and they go through the process.
But are you not monitoring that?
Of course.
Yes, because the commission reports to you.
Of course, we do monitor it, and we do raise the issues that are there, but the complaints handling procedure is that 20 days, 20 days, 40 days, 30 days, Chairperson. And in the meantime, if somebody's water is cut, I'll give you examples. Somebody's water is cut in Samonium. They need to complain to the, it takes 20 days for them. I go there. So maybe I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Yes, I'm guilty.
I think the question is the issue of, if then it's 20 days, what are you doing to, as commissioners? Because then you can instruct that process, if there are early resolution matters, that is then incorporated in the Gazette. Is that not done? So you just proceed without complying to it?
Chairperson, thank you, Honourable Member. You know, we must also be very careful as commissioners wanting to interfere into that complaints handling procedure. So we allow the process to continue, but I will give you one example. I'll give you one example. A lady complained for us for 2 years about a birth certificate, and it's in the complaints handling procedure. And they sent it to Home Affairs in Barrack Street. They continue to do that, and it so happened that one morning I was there, and I found this lady, and I called Mr. Isaacs from Home Affairs. The lady went there. It was resolved within 1 day. So yes, we do monitor. We ask them how far are they, but we're practical possible. We intervene and say, how can we resolve the issues?
But then the reports, the delay to issue reports, the investigations. I mean, the Eastern Cape, 120 children who've died. You've just issued the report. And I mean, one death is too many. You delayed so much. What are you saying about that?
Thank you, Chairperson. Honourable Mkhwebane, you know...
Commissioner Nissan, can you be brief? Because time
very brief. I'm sorry. Plegas, you can't take an Mfundisi and an ex-politician together. it's very difficult.
Yeah.
No, Honourable Mkhwebane, yes, no. I can tell you that we've already raised that before the report was released. We raised it with the executive in the Eastern Cape.
And?
We are busy discussing with them on this matter.
Thank you very much.